have some exciting news before I go to sleep. We're going away for the next 3 days or so. I packed half my life in those bags, including gear, including clothing and snacks and medication, whatever, because we're heading to Kitchener, Ontario, to Waterloo to attend a bunch of events. So it's going to be a little road trip. It's going to be super fun. And then we're coming back on Sunday night and shooting for an event from 6 to 9 p.m. So all of this is going to be pretty hectic, but I'm really excited. So let's see how that goes.
Can you just let me out there? I swear I won't tell. If a normal girl is my destiny and my pair, I'ma go there.
Alright, it is currently 8:42 a.m. and we are currently in a parking lot. The reason why I'm here is because we're picking up a rental car for the road trip. The rental car is a 2025 version of the Kia Seltos. Imagine my surprise. When I was renting it, I didn't expect too much, but look, I'm not complaining that we got the recent model. Like, it's perfect. So this is gonna be fun driving it, but more importantly, I'm super excited for the next 2-3 days. It's this event called Socratica Symposium. So it's hosted by Waterloo, and it's basically student-led. There's a bunch of events, there's a bunch of demos, and I'll get to kind of experience new things. I heard a lot of good things from my friends, and when they asked me to come this year, I was like, of course I'll come. That's gonna be really, really fun. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, we're making a couple stops along the way there. We're actually, because it's a 7-hour long drive, we're going to make a stop in Kingston for a short roadside break in the middle of the road trip. And then we're going to make a stop in Toronto to get some food because, of course, we have to. So yeah, let's go.
You don't have to be that cool. Just when I met you, a couple cuts later, now you're acting like a damn fool. Like a damn fool. So I'm grateful. I sit you at my table, now you're hugging on the damn.
We have arrived in Kingston, and the first thing we're doing is McDonald's.
Now you're hugging on the damn fool. It's so good, the pain is on you. There's no need to act like you. Still going to school, breaking all the rules. I'll take you back to class when I say you had your back in the beginning. That's right. When did you get so good? I was here before, you don't forget.
Let me.
Tell me, when did you get so cool? You don't have to be that cool. Just when I met you, a couple cuts later, now you're acting like a damn fool. Like a damn fool. So ungrateful. I sit you at my table, now you're hugging all the damn fool. It's so good, and it's on you. There's no need to act like you. Still going to school, breaking all the rules. I'll take you back to class when I say, jump off my for a minute.
Alright, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. This marks the official end of the first day of driving for like 600 kilometers or so. After making our way through Kingston, Toronto, and then finally Kitchener and Waterloo, we had our first event, which was a little party. The turnout didn't happen to be as much people as they'd hoped so. It was a little empty, but we still got to meet a lot of great people, had fun conversations. The music was really loud. That's why my voice is kind of trembling because it's barely here. But I thought I'd share that. Sometimes it's funny how less people actually makes it kind of nicer because you get to talk more in depth with more people. They don't feel like they're in a rush to go meet everyone. But yeah, it was really great. And then we happened to go grab like food after that. Like it was 11 p.m. and we went out to grab food and they showed us a local spot and it turned out great. We had a great time. Right now we're in an Airbnb and it's one part of the whole group. We're like 3 guys. So
all three of us just kind of migrated to this Airbnb. And to be honest, it's pretty nice. But yeah, apart from the bed situation, which I'll show you. So we're gonna just present you with what we're working with. This is a combination of like part of the sofa, which is coming out of there, and we're meant to be one big double bed, except I just took it away to make it my own. We have 1, 2, 3 of those couch supports that we took off and made it part of the bed, plus this just to fill in the crack here, which is very hard. So put this and then problem solved. Awesome. It's not optimal, but everything else is pretty nice. It's a relatively old building, but they did some good renovations to make it look pretty welcoming. Super excited for tomorrow because that's where all the actual Socratica Symposium events are gonna happen. I want to see what kind of surprises they hold for me. But that being said, I do have to wake up at like 8 tomorrow, so there's not much time left for me. I just wanted to get this video out and we'll skip to tomorrow.
In particular.
Currently, it is 1:54 a.m. and it's been a long day. We just came back not too long ago. That is because we attended multiple events today, and I got to catch up with a friend not too long ago here in Waterloo. He's studying, so I thought I'd drive by and say hello, catch up a little bit. We got some boba, but I want to highlight 2 events today that we attended. The first one being the Figma one, where we got to see a lot of the demos of new features that they have, which was super fun. And they even gave us freebies. So you can see there's a keycap here, Figma keycap, as well as a little plushie, which I think is super nice. But more importantly, I think the people there were also very helpful. So that includes like the Waterloo students who were there facilitating everything, but also the representative from Figma, which was super open and very wholesome about the whole thing. And then the second thing I want to talk about was one of the 2 flagship event of this whole symposium bundle, which would be the onstage live demos, which you would expect to have some duds in there, but out of like the 8 people or maybe more that presented, all of them had, yes, interesting projects and interesting things they were doing, but I think more importantly, the way they delivered it is what drove it home. All of them had amazing pacing. The intent was there, message was there, the content was very good, and they handled everything really well. I just think they deserve a lot of praise, and it really showed me that if you want to do it. Don't seek for validation. Just do what you think is right. And the other thing is, I want to mention the people behind this whole event, behind Socratica. I think credit needs to be where credit is due. they deserve a lot of praise for putting all this together. The venue was amazing and they handled everything flawlessly. Again, shout out to them. I don't know how they pulled it off, but it was very much a marking experience. I don't know when was the last time I was this amazed, not only by how the event was organized, but by the event and the content itself. I'm definitely coming back next year, that's for sure. Yeah, it was just that good. I'm not kidding. It's a bit of a shame that I'm missing tomorrow's portion, which would be like all their booth. They're setting up like 70 booths of like different things where people can just walk around and be interested, be curious. But unfortunately, I do have to drive back to Montreal because I have something there, a shoot at 6 p.m. So it's gonna be a little bit of a rough day tomorrow, but I'm kind of excited to go back to Montreal, to the comfort of my home. But I am leaving here very, very fulfilled and satisfied with my experience. So let's transition to the drive.
When I'm not around the streets and I get to think, I start feeling my feelings, I feel I start to shrink back.
But those feelings of the past, so you can pick up from the last salty track and you go.
But it's hard to move ahead when there's two stuck at corners in my mind. From mistakes I kept in, I felt good times, they'll come but times they'll tuck in my head. It's getting overwhelming, deciding what's right to do.
Usually it down to the biggest things that weigh.
I don't need reminders of more things I need to face. I'm left confused on what's wrong or right. To please and to others, do take the line. Why is it so difficult this damn time? It's like a mountain that I can't climb.
Yeah, that.
It's so hard to live the hand in there. Like the fullness in my mind. From mistakes I kept in the pub.
But those feelings that are quite sad, so you can pick up from the last salty track and you
It's getting overwhelming, deciding what's right to do.
And those feelings of the past, so you can pick up from the last salty track and you go.
All these things that I still know. My day to go, just take it one step at a time.
We're back. We're back in Montreal. We're back in the studio, and it feels so good to have proper lighting again. We just came back from a 3 to 4 hour shoot for a K-pop dance show. We did videos and photos, and I'm pretty excited about those because I shot most of them on my 11mm lens. So a super wide field of view, which I'm not very familiar with, but I did try to experiment a little bit. Before I go to sleep, because it is 1 a.m. in the morning and I do have class in like a couple hours, I wanted to leave you with some finishing thoughts about this crazy event weekend I just had. Who is Socratica Symposium for? What does this event do to you? Personally, I think, especially if you're a university student and you're passionate about something, or there's something you want to work on. It could be school, it could be something else. And you have doubts, or maybe you think you have some sort of obstacle that is limiting you from making whatever you want to do work. This is the perfect event for you. 2 reasons to that. 1, you get to meet a lot of awesome people who are like-minded, bright, super open-minded to all your ideas as well. This is just the community that Socratica has managed to build, and there's a level of like quality assurance when you go to their events, and Symposium is definitely the prime example of that. So do expect to meet a lot of very cool people with a lot of different backgrounds. They all have very different passions, and it's great to see. The other thing that makes it very special is the demos that they do. Your obstacle and self-glorified doubts are going to start to fall apart very quickly, which is what happened to me. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that I came back a different person. It's such a simplistic principle, but I think a lot of us are limited to the belief where we think that there's a million things stopping us from doing what we want. But really, all of that is just on the other side of like doing what you gotta do to achieve what you want to achieve, right? It's so simple, and yet it's really hard to execute on. So going to that event will give you that drive, will give you this sense of where you stand versus where you want to be. I swear I'm not affiliated or sponsored by them or anything, but since I did get to experience the event, I had the privilege to have the time to actually go there, right? I want to share with you guys because I think it could be very valuable for a lot of you. If you enjoyed the video and you found the contents interesting, feel free to show the video some love. And with that being said, I do hope that I will see you very soon in another video. Bye bye.
Yeah.
So we actually went to this grill spot that did skewers, right? Like lamb skewers, beef skewers, and like, what were your thoughts? What's the rating? You gave a rating of 10.
I really liked it. Maybe like a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10. Highly rated. I'll put the place somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, but the only thing that I thought it was that the one point that's missing. I think the plates, the dishes that we chose.
Yeah.
They kind of all had the same
Taste.
Yeah. It's like just a garlicky. Don't get me wrong, it was really good, the garlic thing, but it was just too repetitive. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of garlic. I think the only dish that was really different was the cold noodles, which did do a lot of good for us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been too much salt, too much oil. You can cover the camera lens with your hand. Yeah, okay.